they pull up trucks, they have mattresses and furniture, and they, whatever's broken or all their pallets, they just dump on the side of the road. Well, 3 months ago, there was a, Chuchka, get over here. There was a red car wrecked out halfway down the road.
Yeah.
Then it randomly got moved about to where the green trash can was, like up on the sidewalk. And then it got moved over here, then was taken, the wheels were all taken off, and it was left sitting on tree stumps. And it was just like crazy. It was like, what? You know, like,
Yeah.
Okay, so surely someone's gonna eventually come get this, right? It sat for 3 months.
3 months.
And so a guy started living in the car. He threw blankets on top of it, sitting on tree stumps, and then, or somebody caught the mattress on fire, and fire department comes, has a, sprays it all down, and then they take off. And then finally I called the guy who owns the building, and I was like, you all really need to take care of this. These guys are throwing this stuff out. This guy's dragging the stuff over here, or they're dumping it here. More stuff's getting dumped here, and stuff's getting caught on fire, and that's going to either affect my building or your building. Like, this needs to be taken care of.
Yep.
And they brought they didn't get a dumpster to take care of it in the future. They just brought their moving truck, threw the stuff over there in the moving truck, and took it to the dump. Left all this. And then on Martin Luther King Day, which is a federal holiday, it was kind of strange. The cops pull up with binoculars, kind of watching them. And then I said, what's up with that car? That thing needs to be taken out of here. And they're like, well, it's private property. It's like, well, is it? I don't know about that. And so the next day it's gone, but they left all the trash. So it's mind-boggling. This stuff's been here for, his accumulated over 3 months. It's been just like this for about 2 months.
Anywhere else it would be taken care of.
Right. It just happens to be on top of the Say Her Name mural as well. So pretty crazy. And the wind just blows through here, blows stuff everywhere.
Yep.
I've spent 11 years down here just picking up trash, throwing it away, trying to do my best to keep this area clean, and I keep everything as straight as I can, but it's just gone out of control. I get like a list of violations. I've been getting lists of violations over the last few years. Somebody called, they said, made a complaint, and then, as I'd take care of things, they would still stay on me and add new things. And I was like, okay, so I'm doing whatever, right? An RV here, it was parked here, somebody brought it, there was no engine in it, but I was under the impression I had to move it. Well, then they started bothering me about it being inside the fence. And then other vehicles that are inside, and I'm like, well, I have an S2 zoning, I'm storage too. I was like, can't storage have cars? Well, let me look into it. It's like, you don't even know? Like, really? Okay. So I end up getting in contact with him, and he tells me, yeah, you can have storage. So, after spending a half day getting the company next door to use their forklift to help me move this thing back here, I find out, but I'm trying to get all these things incrementally done, and it's, so most recently, I called this guy to tell him that this area had been mowed. He told me he wanted it to be mowed, and we'd mowed it several times throughout the year. This is like a month worth of trash just showing up, and I think some of the companies around here, the guys who park here, throw stuff down. Otherwise, this wind tunnel just blows stuff here, stuff from under the bridge. So I called him to tell him that, it's mowed. And he was like, well, I wrote you a violation for that grass. I'm like, the grass? Okay. Well, it's this. Like, my sister-in-law had come over and mowed, done the landscaping, and left a perfect little circle of foxtail grass right here. I mean, we're talking about maybe 10 square feet, maybe 12 square feet. And it was about this tall. It was really beautiful. The sun would kind of come down on it and it'd glow, and it was just whatever, you know. And it was like, okay, some pseudo ornamental grass, and got a little hemlock tree here, and it's like the only thing anybody's trying to do on any of these 4 blocks.
Yep.
And the guy writes me a $600 violation for foxtail because it's a noxious weed. And I'm like, hold up, like there's some right there on the other side of the alley. They don't have a violation. We've already done pruned the whole area over here, gotten trash up, like I said, for 11 years. And they tell me you need to appeal. And so I wrote the appeal, and then they are giving me a hearing at 9:31 on a Thursday or something. And well, I've just started substitute teaching. I'm supposed to work, like I get a $1,000 bonus if I work 20 days in a row. So I have to take off from work on one of those days to come in to defend myself against a $600 fine. So I defend myself over a $600 fine, or pay it and then just get my $1,000 bonus for being a substitute teacher. And then on top of that, I have to, because this is a business, hire a lawyer to actually do the defense. So it's a mess. It's just pretty unbelievable that amidst all this chaos, I mean, we're talking about thousands of pounds of trash out here. So then and the backstory on this is they suddenly showed up to clean this after I made a Facebook post and it sat around for a few days. Apparently a guy came, offered the guys $100 to leave this area so that they could clean up the area. So they cleaned it up, and then the guys just set up their tent in the middle of the pile of trash on Maple Street. And they were there for several days until the tent was mysteriously flattened and they were gone after months of being here. So, and like I say, the trash is still there. They got the car, and the hearing is coming up in a few weeks. So that's where we are.